Did you know up to 1% of the global population could be suffering from bile acid diarrhea, often without even realizing it? That's right, an astounding number of individuals worldwide could be grappling with this condition, largely undiagnosed and misunderstood. It's an unnoticed epidemic silently impacting the lives of millions. Bile acid diarrhea, or BAD as it's sometimes known, is a common but under-recognized cause of chronic diarrhea. It's a condition that can seriously disrupt your life, yet many people are unaware of its existence or its impact on their overall digestive health. Understanding bile acid. Diarrhea is paramount not only for those who may be suffering from it but also for everyone interested in maintaining good digestive health. In the world of gut health, knowledge truly is power. If you find this video insightful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more health-related content. To understand bile acid diarrhea, let's first get to know what bile acids are. Simply put, bile acids are crucial players in our digestive system. They're produced in the liver, stored in the gallbladder, and then released into the small intestine whenever we eat. Their primary role? To help us break down fats and absorb them into our bodies. Just imagine bile acids as a group of diligent workers, tirelessly breaking down big, chunky fat molecules into smaller, more manageable pieces. This is important because our bodies can't absorb large fat molecules directly. By breaking down fats, bile acids essentially make it possible for our bodies to use the energy and nutrients from the fats we consume. But here's the catch. Like many things in life, balance is key. Typically, our bodies reabsorb most of these bile acids in the lower part of the small intestine and send them back to the liver for reuse. It's a well-orchestrated cycle, designed to conserve resources. However, sometimes this process goes awry. If too many bile acids move into the large intestine, they can cause water and electrolytes to pour into the gut, leading to diarrhea. This is what we mean when we talk about bile acid diarrhea. It's not just about an upset stomach or the discomfort that comes with it. It's about an excess of bile acids disrupting the delicate balance of our digestive process. It's about these diligent workers, these bile acids, becoming too much of a good thing. So the next time you think about digestion, remember the unsung heroes, the bile acids, and how their overzealousness can lead to bile acid diarrhea. It's a reminder that even in our bodies, balance is key, so bile acid diarrhea isn't just about an upset stomach, it's about an imbalance in our digestive process. Now, you might be wondering, why would there be an excess of bile acids in the large intestine? Well, let's dive into the science behind bile acid diarrhea to unravel this mystery. Bile acids are produced in the liver and stored in the gallbladder. They play a crucial role in fat digestion and absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. When we eat, the gallbladder releases these bile acids into the small intestine to break down fats. Under normal circumstances, about 95% of these bile acids are reabsorbed in the ileum, the last part of your small intestine, and returned to the liver. This process is often referred to as the enterohepatic circulation. However, things go awry when there's a malfunction in what scientists call the ileal brake. This term refers to a mechanism that slows down the transit of food in our gut, giving the body more time to absorb nutrients. But when the ileal brake fails, the transit time speeds up, and the body can't absorb the bile acids as efficiently. As a result, a significant amount of bile acids may end up in the large intestine. In the large intestine, these excess bile acids can cause a lot of trouble. They stimulate water secretion and increase bowel motility, leading to symptoms like diarrhea and abdominal discomfort. This overproduction and malabsorption of bile acids is the fundamental cause of bile acid diarrhea. But it's not just the ileal brake that can cause this. Certain medical conditions like Crohn's disease, which affects the ileum or gallbladder removal, can also disrupt the normal recycling of bile acids and lead to bile acid diarrhea. So, the science behind bile acid diarrhea is essentially a story of a disrupted balance, a deviation from the normal functioning of our digestive system due to a faulty ileal brake or certain medical conditions. It's amazing how a small misstep in our body's processes can have such a significant impact, isn't it? Bile acid diarrhea can be quite stealthy, often mistaken for other digestive disorders. It's a condition that flies under the radar, hiding behind symptoms that are commonly associated with other gastrointestinal issues. So, what should you look out for? Well, the symptoms of bile acid diarrhea might seem familiar to many. They include chronic diarrhea, which can be watery and urgent, often striking without warning. It's a symptom that is also common to conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, thus leading to frequent misdiagnoses. Along with this, there might be abdominal pain, bloating, and discomfort, sometimes accompanied by nausea. These are also symptoms that are often chalked up to other digestive disorders. Now, imagine the frustration of treating a condition you don't have, while the real culprit continues to wreak havoc unnoticed. But here's where things get interesting. There's a specific test that can help identify bile acid diarrhea with more certainty. It's called the CCAT test, short for selenium homocholic acid taurine test. During this test, you're given a capsule to swallow, which contains a tiny amount of a substance called selenium-75. The interesting part is this substance behaves in the body just like bile acids do. After a week, a scan is performed to see how much of the selenium-75 is left in the body. If the amount is significantly lower than expected, it suggests that bile acids are not being reabsorbed properly in the body, leading to their excessive loss in the stool. This, in turn, can cause bile acid diarrhea. Of course, this test is not without its limitations. It's not widely available and the interpretation of results may vary, but it's a step in the right direction, offering a more definitive path towards diagnosis. Remember, knowledge is power. If you suspect you might have bile acid diarrhea, consult with a healthcare professional. Don't let the stealthy nature of this condition fool you. With the right information and clinical guidance, you can get to the bottom of your digestive health issues. The good news is, bile acid diarrhea is treatable and manageable. So let's dive into the ways we can tackle this head-on. The primary method of treatment hinges on the use of what we call bile acid binders. These are medications that, in essence, do exactly what their name suggests. They bind to the excess bile acids in your intestines, preventing them from causing the rapid transit and diarrhea that characterizes this condition. There are several types of bile acid binders, each with their own benefits, and your doctor can help you decide which one is the best fit for you. The key is consistency. These medications require regular use to keep symptoms at bay. Now, while medication is a cornerstone of treatment, it's not the whole story. Lifestyle changes can also play a significant role in managing bile acid diarrhea. Think of it as a two-pronged approach, with medication and lifestyle changes working hand in hand to keep symptoms under control. So, what kind of lifestyle changes are we talking about? Well, diet is a big one. Certain foods can exacerbate symptoms, while others may help alleviate them. For instance, reducing your intake of fatty foods and incorporating more soluble fiber into your diet can help. Soluble fiber can bind to bile acids, much like the medications we just talked about, and help slow down the passage of food through your intestines. Regular exercise is another important factor. It can help stimulate normal bowel movements and reduce stress, which can often worsen symptoms of bile acid diarrhea. And of course, maintaining adequate hydration is crucial, especially if you're dealing with frequent diarrhea. Remember, everyone's body is different, and what works for one person may not work for another. It's important to work closely with your healthcare provider to tailor a treatment plan that suits your individual needs and circumstances. With the right treatment and lifestyle adjustments, bile acid diarrhea doesn't have to control your life. You have the power to manage your symptoms and continue living life to the fullest. And that's something worth celebrating. So, we've uncovered the truth about bile acid diarrhea and its impact on our digestive health. It's more than just a mouthful to say. It's an often unnoticed epidemic that affects a substantial number of people. We've delved into the science behind it, dissecting how our bodies sometimes produce more bile acid than necessary, leading to this uncomfortable condition. We unpacked the symptoms, from frequent bowel movements to abdominal pain, and highlighted the importance of proper diagnosis. Remember, awareness is key. Early detection can lead to better management and treatment options, potentially saving you from a lot of discomfort. Speaking of management, we explored the available treatments ranging from medication to dietary changes. But the journey doesn't end here. There's always more to learn, more to uncover. Thank you for joining us in this journey to better health. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more enlightening content.